Hi guys, this is Pamela Belen. Welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. And if it's your first time, then welcome and Happy New Year. I decided to do something a little bit different than what I usually do. This is going to be just a quick reading, so it's only 2 cards in each pile, if you can even call it that, or each pair. And as you see, there are 4 options, and this is going to be for those times for decision making in the sense of a quick yes or no answer. So that's what we're taking a look here at these cards. I'm just going to pick a main card and then just some additional information in case you happen to need it. So maybe some advice or some wisdom from your higher self, just kind of coming through and letting you know something in addition to the yes or no. But it's really going to be just a quick yes or no type of reading. So you have 4 options here, and I'm going to guide you through in a second. But first, I'd like to introduce myself if it's your first time here with us. My name is Pamela Belen, and I am a professional tarot card reader or tarot card advisor, and as well as a Reiki and energy practitioner, energy healing practitioner. I do something called polarity therapy as well, so that's why I like to combine it and just call it energy healing. And I'm also a holistic life coach or accountability coach. So I've started this channel hoping to be able to help people, which is why I do what I do. So welcome and thank you for being here. So I will do timestamps, even though each reading will probably be about 5 minutes long. But at this moment, I just want you to kind of take a deep breath, inhale, hold it for a second, and exhale. And if you've closed your eyes, great, you can open them now. And if you haven't, then just go ahead and just let your gaze kind of land on one of these 4 options. And that's how you'll be kind of choosing it. You're really using your instincts here, because I'll be using my intuition to give you these quick readings. And you know, it's just the best way to do something that you always know what the answer is to your questions or your dilemmas in life, or your challenges in life. You always know what you're supposed to do, but sometimes for whatever reason we get a little stuck. So that's what a reading like this is helpful for, those times when we really genuinely feel like we don't know what to do, right? And it's something that can be easily answered with a yes or a no. So this isn't like the decisions reading I did, where there's more information and actual, I believe it was like 4 or 5 card reading about a situation. This is literally like you're just picking something, and it's because you need to know, should I move? Yes or no? Like something along those lines. So I hope this helps everyone, and let's get started. So we're going to start, as you can see here, 4 options. We've got this brick colored or like brownish, reddish brown color here. We have the pink. We're going to go with colors because I don't know all of these types of stones, but we have black here. And then we have this beautiful kind of like an aqua green color at the end there. So I'll go ahead and provide a timestamp on the description of this reading, and you'll find it about halfway down. And good luck. I hope this is helpful for you guys. So let's get started. All right, hello, group 1. So this group will be the one that chose the cards that had this beautiful brick colored stone on top there. So let's take a look. So you have a question. It can be answered with a yes or a no. So you've chosen this group, and now let's see what it says. So what I've done, as I mentioned earlier, is I chose a card, which is just going to give us the yes or no, and then just in case it helps you, I mean, you've pretty much gotten what you're going to get from this reading once you know whether it's a yes or a no, but just because I like giving advice, I've also just kind of added an additional card for advice. So especially if you get like a no and it's something you were really hoping for, I do kind of like to give a little more information just to make it just kind of end on a good note, right? So, okay, so let's take a look. So whatever your question is it a yes or is it a no? All right, and this for me, I interpret it. This is the Queen of Wands, so I do interpret this as a yes. So hopefully that's a good thing and what you wanted. Definitely would say yes, this queen is really a queen. Like she's just super busy, super active, super passionate, really accomplished, and just always sort of buzzing around, getting stuff done. You know, she's not really the type of person to mince words or anything like that. So I really see this as a strong and straightforward yes answer. So, oh, and there we go. So that's interesting because she is such a an active and accomplished person, kind of juggling a few things at a time, but doing it all really well. But this card here is about burnout. So I don't know what your question is, obviously, because this is a shared reading, but I would say that yes, whatever it is that you asked about, the answer is yes. But just kind of keep in mind to not do too much, maybe, or not go too crazy. So if like your question was, will I get this job? The answer would be yes here. But the warning or the advice that you'd be getting here from your higher self is something along the lines of, maybe don't come at it completely, full force. So just kind of ease in whatever that is that you're asking about. Just ease into it. So, all right, so that's it. So like I said, it's just a quick reading. Once you get the yes or no, you've pretty much got the bulk of what you were looking for in a reading. This is just like an additional bit of advice. So I hope this helps you. I hope it helps you in either feeling better or it helps you in just kind of having some sense of joy, maybe because you wanted something and you got a big yes right now from the universe. So let me know, leave me a comment and let me know what you picked. If you want to share what the question was about, that'd be great. And just let me know what you thought of these mini readings. All right, I will talk to you soon. All right, hello. This is group 2 with the pink stone here. So if this is the if this was the pair of cards that you chose, you are in the right place. So as I explained to the last group, what I've done here, I think I said this actually in the introduction, but I picked a main card, which is just simply going to give us a yes or no answer. And then I just pulled an extra card just to give a little bit of kind of closing advice. Sometimes it's helpful. I know I want to make this like a quick reading where you're either doing a yes or a no. But it always helps, especially if you're getting a no when you hope for a yes or vice versa. It's always kind of nice to end on some kind of positive note in the sense of even if you don't get what you want, maybe you get a little bit of information as to why you're not getting it. As we all know, everything happens for a reason, as much as we don't want to hear that when we're going through something disappointing. But also sometimes getting a no could be the best thing that ever happens to us. So that's why I believe just kind of like ending on a more positive note. So on that note, let's go ahead and we're just going to look at the initial card, which is this one here. Your question. Go ahead and think about it. Bring it to mind. And let's flip it over and take a look. Is this a yes or a no? Ooh. Okay. So I was a little worried this would happen because I didn't mention anything about a maybe card, right? And I kind of feel like this card for me is absolutely a not at the moment. Like you're not going to get an answer at the moment. So if you do get this card and accept that information, that's great. I will turn that second card. We could use it sort of a clarifying card, just to get a little more information on why it can't be answered at the moment. But yeah, so this is a not now moment, so come back later, or if you're talking about one of those, what are they called? Magical 8 balls, where you kind of shake and get an answer, and it's something along those lines of not being able to answer it right now. That's the equivalent of the Hermit for me. So the way I interpret cards, for me, this is a card of not being able to answer your question at the moment. So you're getting not even a maybe, you're getting not now. Like you're not going to get any answer right now. So feel free to accept that. But if that's really frustrating to you, this is something I would probably do, is I would start over and pick a different pile. So whatever feels right to you, but you're welcome to do either. So, all right, so your initial answer is going to be this cannot be answered at the moment. And then let's see for some clarification. All right, so I feel like, so this is the King of Swords, and as some of you may or may not know, the King of Swords is a very strategic person, someone who doesn't really let emotions get involved. But I feel like because the Hermit is the main card, I feel like there might be sort of like a skepticism, or there might be sort of a feeling uncomfortable, not feeling 100% about whatever it is you're asking about, some of you anyways. I feel like emotions in the sense of like things just not feeling right, or maybe your intuition is kind of kicking in saying, maybe we need to rethink this. So I think this person here really is very calculating, but not in a negative way, because it does kind of denote something negative, and that's not what I mean by that. What I mean is this person is very, very calculating, as in they're very prepared, they're very wise, and they really kind of have like a strategy for everything. So I kind of feel like you're being told you cannot answer, or this question cannot be answered at the moment, only because more information is needed. So more information, or more skill, or more, like a full view of what's happening. Because you see he's checking him right out and just kind of telling him like, not now, basically. So the what I'm talking about when they and them is the king. The king is kind of looking over at the hermit, and the hermit's looking down, just going internally, and kind of, I believe he's asking the hermit for more information before he can answer this question can be answered. So I'm really sorry. I know that's kind of frustrating when you really want an answer, but this is an answer. It's just not a yes or no. So for the moment, cannot be answered, but feel free to pick another pair of cards, or just accept this. The mature part of me would want to just accept this, but the reality is most likely I would just start over and pick another pair of cards. So you're welcome to do either, and that's it. So yeah, just maybe give it a little bit of time. If you do decide to wait, give it a little bit more of time, and whatever it is that you're asking about, maybe wait, or kind of dig a little deeper, find out a little more information, and then you'll be able to kind of figure out what the answer actually is to this. So sorry I can't give you a straight answer, but yeah, for me the Hermit is absolutely a card of not now. So all right, I hope that helps you in some way. Maybe even just waiting and waiting and getting more information is never a bad thing, right? So maybe just being asked to do that by the cards might actually be a bit of a blessing. So, all right, so that is your reading. Feel free. I would love to actually know from this group, anyone in this group, I'd love to know what your reaction is to not having an answer right now. So like, how does that feel? What did you decide to do? Please let me know in the comments what this felt like for you. This, not the experience of it, but yeah, just having this reading. How did this feel? Is this something you think you'd come back and do again? Did you decide to try a different group, or did you just let it go and accept it? I'd love to know. So, all right, thank you, group 2. This is going to be your reading, and I hope it has helped you in some way. And we'll see each other at the next reading. All right, bye, guys. All right, welcome back. This is the reading for group 3. So this, if you've chosen the reading with this black, I think this is like a black tourmaline or something like this, but it is really quite beautiful. I don't know if you could really see the details of it from here with this lighting, but yeah, very, very beautiful. So anyways, if you've picked this black stone, then you're in the right place. This is the yes or no reading, very quick 2-card reading. And This card down here is going to be the main card. So this is going to be the one that answers whether it's a yes or a no, regardless of like what the cards mean or what it may, additional information it may give me. I'm just looking at this for a yes or a no. But this card down here I've pulled as an additional card for a little more information. So I like to do that just because sometimes if you're hoping for a yes and you get a no, I feel like it's easier to swallow if you know why or you have a little more information. So it could give you a little bit more guidance. So that's why I like to pull the second card, even when I'm doing just a straight up yes or no question. Right? So, all right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna look at the first card, and that's gonna be yes or no, and then I'll give you a little more information here. So, oh my gosh, this is a big fat yes. So, and it looks like it's, yeah, it looks like it's just a maybe love related, potentially love related or relationship related, or you know, potentially like an achievement, some kind of creative achievement, something along those lines. But yeah, definitely see this as a yes. So congratulations, which is actually what this card's all about. That's why he's cheersing up in the air, you know, and wishing you the best, basically. And this is the Knight of Cups. So this could be an emotional question. Oh, sorry. Sorry, the camera started wobbling around. So anyways, yes. So this is going to be maybe like some kind of socializing or some kind of a celebration that has to do with socializing or relationships or love or something along those lines. So could be for some of you maybe an engagement, or maybe you just found out that you're going to have a kid and you're so happy about it and you've been trying for a while and it's finally happened for you. So something like that. But let's go ahead and take, not that you need more good news than that, but in case you need a little more clarification, here we're looking at the Queen of Pentacles. So I think this might be either the beginning of something new that you love. So it could be a hobby, it could be a new job, it could be, you know, it could be literally being a mom, which is this queen here, the Queen of Pentacles, is a very mothering earth mom, really good at taking care of people around her, being very nurturing, and she's also quite exceptional at finances and just kind of dealing with finances. So this could be work related, you're questioning here, or it could be, you know, how do I say, like being pregnant? I don't know if that's the best way to say it. It sounds very plain to say it that way, but it could be the birth of something. It could be, you know, of a human being, or it could be of an idea. So it's up to you to interpret that however feels right for you. But I see here definitely a big, big, big yes, and it seems like it's going to bring a lot of happiness, whatever it is that you asked about, for some of you anyways. As you know, this is a shared reading, so what I say hopefully is true for everybody, especially in this reading, but sometimes it won't be for some of you. So if that happens, feel free to try again and pick a different group and see what your answer is there, or just take the yes or no and forget about everything I'm saying about this over here. So, but yes, so group 3, you're definitely getting a yes here, and it looks like it's going to be fabulous. So congratulations. All right, hello group 4. So if you chose the pair of cards that were marked by this green stone, then you are in the right place. I'm also calling you group 4, so that's probably what the timestamp will say. All right, so here we go. So I'm just going to explain a little bit again. Just a quick reminder of how I'm doing this. So this is basically the reading I use myself whenever I have questions and I just want a straightforward yes or no, right? So usually it should just be one card, right? You're just looking for a yes or a no, end of story, or sometimes a maybe. But what I like to do is this is what I do for myself, so that's why I decided to do it here and share this spread with you, or this pick a card with you, because I like to add a secondary card just for a little more information. So sometimes, depending on what you were hoping to hear, you might hear the opposite. You're not as happy as you would have been had you received the answer that you had hoped for. So, because of that, I feel that this second card is really helpful in just giving us a little extra information because, as we know, sometimes don't go the way we want them to, but it could be a blessing. It could be the best thing that ever happened to us. We just don't see it at the moment. So, that's what I hope this second card will do in a case like this where you do get a no when you want a yes or vice versa. So, that's what this is. This first card here is just going to be a straight answer, yes or no. And then this second one's just going to give us a little more information to explain maybe the circumstances or the way you feel about this answer. So let's go ahead and just get started. I want you to bring to mind your question, whatever made you click on this pick a card reading and what you asked about, right? So ask yourself that question again, and your answer is... Ooh, okay, so I would say this is a no. All right, so for those of you that know about cards or that want to know what this card means, this card is definitely a no. So that could be a good or a bad thing, depending on what your question was and what it was about. But this card is definitely about overthinking. It's about insomnia. It's about anxiety. It's really about worrying. It's a very worrisome card, right? So, yeah, so that's what this card's about. So obviously it's not a feel-good type of card. This is more of a clarity card, right? A little more information. It gives you a little bit of wisdom, right? There's the owl kind of sitting there. She's kind of freaking out a little bit, right? So, and she's just kind of, even her ceilings are a little disturbing, right? When you're trying to sleep, that's not really something that's soothing or comforting at all. So let's take a look at why this is a no. So that's interesting because this card is actually a pretty positive card, but I will say I kind of feel like there's a lot of overthinking about potentially a family, potentially a community. I feel like this here is probably, is just sharing with us that you're feeling a lot of anxiety and just really worried about, I kind of feel like a situation here. Maybe something happened with some friends, or maybe there was a bit of a falling out and you can't stop thinking about it, right? So you're worried about it. So, or it could be, this also could represent a situation, something you were really excited about. This looks like a party here, right? It looks like a party. There are some friends gathering together. They're celebrating, and the wine is flowing freely. So maybe there was a situation where you kind of went out, for some of you anyways. This isn't, but, going to possibly be about everybody who uses this reading for a yes or a no, but for some of you, maybe there was I kind of sense a little bit of like maybe there was a little get together and something went down, and now this person here feels responsible for it, or feels like they feel really badly about it and they can't stop thinking about it, right? Like we all do that to ourselves sometimes, don't we? Like when something happens and we're like, oh, I should have said this, or why did I say that, or why did I do that, why did I invite this person? So we kind of beat ourselves up. That's what I see here, that kind of negative energy here. So please don't do that to yourself. Just recognize that this happened, and, just apologize and move on, or handle it however you feel is the right way to handle it. But, it's hard for me to say without knowing the details or knowing a little bit more about the situation, as well as reading for more than one person at a time. So for some of you, this is going to resonate. For some of you, it may not. But at the end of the day, this card aside, your answer is no. So whatever you asked about, I hope that this is what you wanted, or it's a positive no, which there are such things as positive no's, right? So whatever your question was, I really hope that this answer brings you some kind of clarity, and it is some good news for you. And I hope that this reading helped you. I don't even know if I can call this a reading. It's just a quick kind of slinging a couple of cards and interpreting whether it's a yes or a no. But yes, it's group 4. Your answer is no. And for those of you that feel you need a little more information, the information is, it's going to be, I kind of feel like there's a sense of things are going to blow over and you're really overthinking and worrying way too much about it unnecessarily. So don't do that to yourself. All right, so group 4, Let me know what you think about this. You know, this is a little bit different than what I normally do, but it is a technique I use for myself when I'm a little stuck and I just kind of need a little bit more of a push towards an answer. And this has always helped me, even when I get a maybe or a not now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And yeah, I'd love to hear some comments. I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel so you can get alerts when I post stuff. So I definitely post every week. Sometimes, you know, I'll post a little bit more, a second reading. But yeah, I hope all these readings helped everyone, and I will see you guys next week. Talk to you later.